Hello there and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'll be making Shaun of Shaun of the Dead with polymer clay, of course played by the one and only Simon Pegg. So I'll just start the process by making Shaun's head. So I'm not on camera again today. I've still got some issues going on with my eyes, so I'm just trying to minimise the amount of time I'm looking at screens really. So I'll be picking up some new glasses soon, so hopefully I'll be back on screen soon. It's been quite some time now, so yeah, I'm sure you've forgotten what I look like. So I've been wanting to make Shaun for quite some years now actually, but like everything, it's just one of the characters that I've yet to get around to making, so no time like the present, as they say. Although I have made Simon Pegg before in the form of his spaced character, Tim Bisley, so yeah, that was a few years ago now, so it's nice to kind of revisit his face. And of course, Shaun of the Dead really ties in well with the Halloween themed models that I've been making of late, and will do actually as we move forward to the end of October. There are a few actually that I want to make, so I wouldn't be surprised if they go into November actually, because yeah, I keep adding to the list, then removing them and then adding some more, so there's definitely quite a few that I'd like to make for Halloween. And it reminds me actually that I've had quite a lot of love this week for my Halloween themed movie posters. I've noticed on social media, various people sharing them, so I've added a load to my websites actually. If you want to have a look at those, there's certainly a few in the collection now, so I'm trying to add just a couple more this year to the project too. So I'm planning to make a fan arts poster for Shaun of the Dead with my little Shaun figure, so all being well that will be added to the collection soon. So I'm just working on Shaun's shoes here in a nice brown colour, and I'll move on to the trousers. So I've been looking up a few facts about Shaun of the Dead, and you might be interested to know that the film itself was based on and inspired by George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead movie, and that's basically the seminal zombie movie, isn't it? It's so good. It's certainly one of my favourites, and you know, I like that it's a statement on capitalism as well. It's you know, it's got various kind of messages really, so really good film, and yeah, highly recommended, but I suspect you've already seen it already. And the concept of Shaun of the Dead was really born through making Spaced, and in particular the arts episode, which is, yeah, one of my favourites actually. It's probably one of the go-to episodes if I fancy watching an episode of Spaced. And in that, Simon Pegg's character Tim Bisley basically has a hallucination where he imagines himself as a zombie. So I think that once they wrapped that episode, he and the director of Spaced and Shaun of the Dead, Edgar Wright, decided that they should make a zombie movie really, as they were quite drawn to the idea during the making of Spaced. So yeah, that's really interesting though, to know that it was kind of born out of an original project where they were working together. So here I'm just working on Shaun's body, so I've got some spare clay kicking around, so I'll just use that to make a little blob of clay really, just to make his torso. And it doesn't matter that it's all sorts of colours, because I'm going to put a white shirt over the top. So that just attaches like so. and I'll just pair some of that off with my Blaze tool here. And if you're interested in the tools that I use, I've basically a list down in description of my go-to tools, so by all means go and take a look. And they are affiliate links, so basically I get a tiny commission if you choose to purchase anything, so that's entirely up to you. So now I'm going to move on to making a little tie for Shaun. So I've got 2 shades of red here, and yeah, it's a stripy tie, so I'm just creating a series of stripes, one after the other. And this can be a little fiddly, but it always looks good if the execution's good enough. And I'll just go over with my acrylic roller just to ensure that everything's stuck together pretty well. And just cut out a tie shape. And I can just pop that on his shirt, like so. And now I'll just move on to making his arms. If you're new to my channel, my name's Lizzie and I'm a polymer clay artist and illustrator. And I make weekly videos these days about my polymer clay sculptures. I've also got some tutorials and some vlogs on my channel, but I mainly work on models of people, such as little Shaun here. So if you like what you see, by all means go and hit that subscribe button, and remember to hit the bell for notifications as well. And you'll also note that I have an issue with traffic noise on my channel. Basically my studio's on quite a busy road, so I try and do my best to cut out as much noise as I can in editing, but you know, it's not always possible. I decided to create a little cricket bat for Shaun because he has one in the film when he's attacking zombies, so I thought I'd make just a little miniature one like so. However, when it came to sticking the cricket bat to the model, I just wasn't happy with how it was looking. Also, it was really hot in the studio when I was doing this, so the clay was really sticky, so I wasn't convinced at all that it was going to work, so yeah, I decided against it. But you know, it's always good to experiment with props, and sometimes they work and other times they just really don't. Actually, they don't bring anything to the model, so I'll just remove those. And now I'll just carry on with some details. So you may well know that Shaun of the Dead is part of Edgar Wright's Cornetto trilogy. It's a term that's often bandied around actually for the 3 films, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz and The World's End. And it came about really because Edgar Wright, in his younger years, had a huge hangover one day and he decided to have a cornetto first thing in the morning, and basically it just really helped to resolve his hangover. So he was really keen to have the character of Ed, played by Nick Frost in Shaun of the Dead, eat a cornetto, just as a little throwback really. So yeah, that's where it was born. So now little Shaun has been baked for the final time, I can add on some red ink with some, yeah, red ink. And you know, it just forms part of the big meme really, doesn't it? You got red on you. And Simon Pegg has something called heterochromia. Basically, it's when your eyes have two distinct colours going on. So he's got a tiny flash of brown in his right eye, so I'll just add in some brown ink. And here he is, little Shaun's all done, and I might go so far to say that he's one of my favourite models to date. I'm really pleased with it. I wasn't expecting it to work out quite so well really, so I don't know what's been taking me so long to make it. Might have to make Nick Frost at some point as well, I think. So yeah, I'll see you next week with another Halloween themed video, so take care, see you then, bye bye.